Hey guys, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go check out see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by today. Today's beer is Samuel Adams Boston Lager. This is a good crossover beer if you drink the macro lagers, the Bud, the Coors, the Millers. This would be a good transitional beer to get you into something that has just a little more taste, a little more hops, a little more malt. So it was my transitional beer. That's what I used to transition from Budweiser's over to the craft beer several years ago. So it's a pretty interesting beer. I've had quite a few of these. I'll be honest with you. It is a pretty good beer. It's they're producing a lot of this now. It's a year-round serving. This comes from the Boston Beer Company, which is Samuel Adams out of Massachusetts. It is a Vienna lager coming in at 4.75 ABV. So fairly low on the ABV. You can drink quite a few of these. It can be a good session beer. Not a high ABV where you're going to get in trouble after three, maybe even two or three of them. So it's a decent transitional beer if you follow what I'm saying, where I'm going with that. The food pairings for this, they call it for the Latin American, the German. The meat would be pork. The glassware normally is a fluted glass, the Pilsner type glass. I've actually got the Sam Adams Boston Lager glass that I got out of the case, and we're going to use it. I've had a few other subscribers suggest that I start using some of these glasses for the particular beers, so I'm going to try to do as many of those as I can if I've got the glass. So the beer is not recommended for extended cellaring, so if you get it, drink it up. That way it'll be fresh, and it's got a freshness date here on the label, so I recommend that. Any beer that I see the label that's got that on there, they want you to drink it fresh. That's why they put it on there. So let's bust the cap and see what we got. Get it in the glass. That pours a golden amber color. A lot of bubbles in the glass streaming up from the top. About a little less than a finger of head. Bubbles are large and small. Don't know how long it's going to stick around, but it looks pretty good in the glass. This is just out of the refrigerator, so it's about 40 degrees. My refrigerator is set at 38, so it's been out probably 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So it's pretty close to 40 degrees. I'll see if I can't find a digital thermometer that I can use to get a quick reading on this. It's a very appealing beer. Very nice looking in the glass. I'm sure it's a filtered beer. Let's get a nose on and see what we got. That's a lager. I smell the graininess, a little bit of grassy. There's a slight hop presence there. I used to think this was a tremendously hot beer coming from Budweiser to this. I was going, man, this is really hoppy, and it's not that hoppy if you have hoppy beers. So it's got some citrus, a little bit of pine, not a lot of pine. Just a slight floral smell. Good looking beer in the glass, though. Let's give it a taste. You taste the malt in that. It's got way more malt than any of the macro lagers is going to have. This beer at 40 degrees is very tasty. It would be a great summertime beer. What I usually call a lawnmower beer, because it's a low ABV, crisp, refreshing, good on a hot day. So pretty tasty beer. a good transitional beer. If you know what I mean about coming over from the macro lager. So, without me flapping my gums anymore, I'm gonna sip on this a little while and be back in just a little bit, and we'll do the final chug and grade on this. It's a pretty good beer. It's definitely worth trying if you've not had it and you drink the macro lagers, the Buds, the Millers, and the Coors. So we'll be right back. Stick around. All right, guys, I'm back. Got just a little left in the glass here. This is a pretty tasty beer. It's definitely a cut above the macro lagers. I keep saying that. A lot more quality ingredients in this beer than you're going to get from those. So, if you hadn't had this, you ought to give it a try, especially if you drink one of those macro lagers I keep mentioning. Very tasty brew. Jim Cook does a good job up there at the Sam Adams Brewery. It's an excellent beer. I'm going to give this beer on the do scale from 1 to 10. I'm going to give this an 8 on the scale. It's a very, very good transitional beer if you want to get into something that tastes a little bit better, that hasn't got the adjuncts, it doesn't have corn or a bunch of cheap ingredients to make the beer. So good quality ingredients, good beer. 8 out of 10 on the scale. Rate Beer gives this 72 overall and a 97 in the style. So got high marks in the style. Very good. And Beer Advocate gives it a B+. So it's definitely above average beer. So if you can get it, give it a try. And if you've had it, let me know what you think of it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and guys, catch you on the next beer review.